it was in the 1600s during the bubonic plague that Isaac Newton actually came up with all the formulas for gravity, and kind of developed all of these
No big deal.
foundational scientific things, right? And it's like that's what he was doing when he was sitting at home, held up, waiting for the bubonic plague to pass. And it's like, so if he did that in the 1600s, like what are we all doing with this time that we've been given to really make lemonade out of lemons, right? And I mean,
hi guys, I'm Anna Ostrowski.
And I'm Tina Hong.
And we are here with Lauren. Lauren, do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself, what you do, why you do it, all of the things?
Yes, absolutely. Well, I am so honored to be here with you all today. And thank you, Anna and Tina, for kindly hosting me. Like I said, I'm Lauren Payne, and I was born and raised in College Station, Texas. I like to say Aggie, born and brainwashed, because I swore I wouldn't go to A&M, wanted to make my own way, and then I was a victim of the cult, and I stayed and went, and I loved every minute of it, and I'm so thankful to be a part of the Aggie family. I moved to Houston after graduating and starting my career in tech, and realized very quickly that was not what I was passionate about, and was fortunate enough to get introduced to the amazing company of Northwestern Mutual, and I've been in the Northwestern Mutual family for 6 years now. I started in recruiting, and then I recruited myself, and I made the transition to become a financial advisor 2.5 years ago, and I truly feel I get to live the dream job. I'm so passionate about partnering with amazing people to help them accomplish their goals personally, professionally, and financially. I truly love doing life with my clients and feel like I get to use my God-given talents to help other people and glorify Him through this career. So I kind of have to pinch myself. I get to do what I do.
I love it. You sound like Tina. Tina says that too. I love it. No, it's a great profession. And thank you guys for doing this.
I love Lauren. She is such a bucket of sunshine. I actually just love all people that are positive, which is why I love you guys both. We have enough negative thoughts that come into our mind that I love just to either touch in with you guys once a week or once a day, whatever, give me a little positiveness.
No, absolutely.
So Lauren, you've been big, like hard pushing for this campaign you care so passionately about. Tell us about that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, y'all, it has been one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, because I committed to doing this in December of 2019 before our world got turned upside down. So I had no idea what was in store and how hard it would be. But I can just say that because I committed to doing it with a whole lot of passion and commitment, it actually hasn't been hard to stay the course, even though it's been an uphill battle. So essentially, my client, Danielle Johnston, she got diagnosed with lymphoma when she was a sophomore at Texas A&M. Fast forward, she is 14 years cancer-free, which is, praise God, huge miracle. And she serves on the Leukemia Lymphoma Society board here in Houston. So she nominated me to run for Woman of the Year this year. And like I just alluded to, they actually gave us a choice. They said, man, times are hard. There's a global pandemic. There's an economic crisis. Do you all want to stay the course, or do you want to drop out? And I truly took the time to pray about it and think about what was best and should I move forward with this, and felt like God was continuing to affirm that this is what He had for me. And so I will just say it's been really encouraging to bring people positivity, like Tina was saying, in the midst of all the bad news and the hard things going on, to really give people an opportunity to be a part of something positive that's bigger than themselves and that's totally about helping people. And the crazy part about it is, raising money for blood cancer research and caring for those who are fighting it. They're also facing the battle of COVID-19 right now. And so I love what LLS has been doing to also manage that new challenge by providing their patients with extra financial aid and extra protection as they try to, kind of structure their lives in a way that they make sure they're not exposed to COVID. So I've just been leading with my heart and my hustle for the last 10 weeks. It has been really challenging, but I feel like when you lead with your heart and hustle, and people know that this is an amazing cause that you're so sold out for, and you can successfully transfer your enthusiasm to them, and then they also know you're outworking everybody else, they want to be a part of it. And so it's been so cool and such a blessing to have so many people partner with me in this amazing cause. So
I love that you say heart and hustle. I think that's going to be my new phrase. Lead with, my new hashtag, lead with your heart and hustle. That's wonderful. So can we take a step back and can you go a little bit broader for me? Like, what is this? You said Woman of the Year. Like, take a one step further, and help me understand a little bit of the bigger picture, because I know those details that you're doing is phenomenal, but what is that all like going towards? Explain that a little bit further for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Leukemia Lymphoma Society is an amazing organization. Basically, all of their efforts go to research for a cure and, providing care for those who are fighting blood cancer. That's kind of the umbrella. But what's so cool, like, LLS has been responsible for 52 of the last 59 blood cancer treatments approved by the FDA. So they are a major player in this space. I love their financial integrity. Less than 20 cents per dollar goes to pay expenses, like Northwestern Mutual. And so high financial integrity. What was so cool is, like, while I'm running for Woman of the Year, they're like sending me press releases of like, oh, LLS just accomplished this new cure and this new cure. And I'm like, it is so powerful to actually see like the money I'm raising is truly making a difference. So basically they have tons of different fundraising initiatives like any nonprofit, but the Man Woman of the Year campaign has been going on for 10 years nationwide. So virtually every major U.S. city holds a Man Woman of the Year competition every single year. So this is the 10-year anniversary, which is special. And essentially it's normally, when it's not 2020, it's 10 women and 10 men run. And typically each man and woman has, like me, it's my client is a survivor or their mom died. You've been affected in some way. And so that really gives you a lot of passion and fuel to fight hard and give the campaign your best. And so we're each given 10 weeks to raise as much money as we possibly can. And at the end of the 10 weeks, whoever raises the most money wins. So,
well, we're rooting for you for sure.
Yeah.
So every dollar counts as a vote, basically. So that's why I will say I've been fortunate enough to have some substantial gifts, but I can't wait to share with people the huge number that we've raised by just people giving $5, $10, $25, $100 donations. When I say every dollar counts and no donation is too small, I really mean it. It's mind-blowing to see we've raised X amount. I can't say it yet, but that's just from those kind of smaller donations. So
yeah, and you brought a great point. You can even get that donation matched because companies have certain parameters that they need to hit. Yeah. And so that was a great point, that you can even greater impact with your dollar can be tripled or doubled. But Anna and I were talking just the other day about what we really wanted to ask some of the people we're interviewing, and she brought up a really great point. At what point, because right now it looks like super successful, you're right on the last stretch of your campaign, but where along the way where you were like, I don't know if I can do this, and how did you overcome that? That was a really great question that Anna thought of this week, so I just wanted to throw that in there.
Oh yeah, no, that's a great question. Well, it has been anything but easy. I mean, we are supposed to be going to an amazing country club for a black tie affair on Friday, and instead we're watching it on Zoom. I mean, that's just one example of how different everything is. But I mean, going through just the ups and downs of what was going on socially, with the race wars and everything going on economically, fiscally, with the market, going on with the pandemic, and having to continue to pivot. I mean, I feel like I was pivoting something for the campaign every single day. I mean, it was just insane. And then on top of that, me getting sick myself with COVID and being in bed for 2 weeks. It's never a good time to get sick, but especially not when you're trying to raise a lot of money and win Woman of the Year. So literally any and every curveball that could have been thrown at our team during this campaign was. But at the end of the day, from a faith perspective, I mean, I just feel like God gets to get more glory and, really shine brighter when there's still amazing things that are accomplished even in the midst of trials, right? And I think what really kept me going, I mean, I keep these cards of affirmations just like sitting up on my desk. Like
I love that.
I have like glorify God, respect people, do your best. I have how bad do you want it? I have apart from God, you can do nothing. You know, I just have like all of these different verses or inspirational quotes that I keep that I just am looking at every day. So I'm surrounding myself with truth. And, you know, I think just keeping in mind that if we sit around in life and we're constantly kind of, well, if the circumstances were this way, or if it, but I mean, just do it. You know, I mean, it's like if you literally spent your whole life saying, well, I have the potential to be Michael Jordan, but I just, you know, it wasn't perfect for me to actually execute on that. It's like, well, that means nothing if you had potential that's unfulfilled, right? And so I think I loved one of my most inspirational things I read before the shutdown, or right when the shutdown was starting to happen, was that it was in the 1600s during the bubonic plague that Isaac Newton actually came up with all the formulas for gravity, and you know, kind of developed all of these
No big deal.
foundational scientific things, right? And it's like that's what he was doing when he was sitting at home, held up, waiting for the bubonic plague to pass. And you know, it's like, so if he did that in the 1600s, like what are we all doing with this time that we've been given to really make lemonade out of lemons, right? And I mean, I feel like I kept embracing that, and obviously just praying and staying true to my faith and continuing to stay engaged with amazing friends like Tina who are encouraging me and pushing me to keep going. So
well, I was going to say, one of the things that I thought for me was really impactful that you did to help you keep going was really having faces to the people you're helping, right? One was one of your clients, and two were other people that you actually personally knew or she personally knew, right? So that probably kept you going to get through, right? Instead of being selfish and thinking like, I'm going to give up, you were probably like, there's these, right? Faith was one of them, your personal client, that's a personal friend, other people, is that right?
Yeah, well, and to your point, I think just the whole time, just I kept on, you know, realizing, wow, what I'm going through right now is just a taste of what cancer patients face the entire time that they're fighting cancer. And I was like, if they can do that, I can for sure do this for 10 weeks. I mean, come on, you know? And yeah, to Tina's point, I launched this cool initiative during my campaign called Faces of the Fight. And so I featured people who are in my friend circle, in my network, who have been touched by blood cancer in some way, whether passed away, they're currently fighting, or they're a survivor, and truly wanted to put faces to this fight so that people realize the power of it and just the reality of it, that it's not just write a check and it floats off, but no, this check is really going to make a radical impact on people. And I think I just, on my tough days, I would just read their stories over and over and over again. Just feel like, oh my gosh, like this is why I'm fighting, you know, like for whatever reason, I have good health. And so I can use health that I've been given in the life I've been given to fight like hell for these people who've been fighting like hell for their lives through the ugly battle of cancer.
So I don't mean to interrupt if you're about to say something, Anna, but I had a question because I am a part of another board where we're trying to raise money as well for different organizations. And I got a little backlash from someone saying like, hey, this is COVID-19, like you're worried about childhood cancer when there's COVID-19 happening, right? So it definitely made me feel bad, right? Because I definitely know both are super serious. Is that something that you came across as well? Because then I immediately like took my post down and I just felt, you know, and personally it was honestly like my sister that said it.
Sometimes it happens,
which is even more hurtful, right? Because so tell me, did you have any of that backlash, anything controversial during this time?
You know, I actually didn't. I mean, so I will say kind of my rule of thumb was just to always first lead with empathy of how are you and your family? How have you guys been affected? Have y'all gotten sick? How's your business first before anything else? And then just kind of sharing everything in context. Like, I know it's a hard time, but, and then give my spiel. And, you know, also kind of had the rule of thumb that maybe I'll be a little bit less aggressive than I normally would be under regular circumstances. So kind of, I'm going to ask once, and then unless they've told me like, hey, follow up, I'm not going to like badger them because, you know, they've been asked, they know, I've given them the website, and if they can give, they're going to give. So kind of, I think that's how it helped. And then you know, I had some people tell me this isn't in my wheelhouse, and kind of took some of my sales skills that I've used, and I said, well, what is in your wheelhouse? And kind of just helping connect the dots of, okay, your wheelhouse is mental health. Well, actually, this is a mental health issue because cancer patients are fighting for their mental health every day. They are fighting depression, they're fighting anxiety, and these are the initiatives that LLS, you know, has to help with their mental health. And so like that guy gave me $3,000 because he was like, you were able to connect the dots on how I said mental health is my wheelhouse, and you were able to take your cause and tell me exactly how it actually is in my wheelhouse. And that's what led me to give, you know?
Yeah, because they're all intertwined in some way or another, right? So
Yeah,
like,
I mean, or even if people said social justice, okay, great. Social justice is your thing. Well, actually, our ability to fight the social justice war is predicated on being able to be healthy and live a healthy life and having the medical care we need.
And same thing with like COVID-19, you're more susceptible, right, to it.
Yeah.
So, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like I just tried to adjust my message accordingly to people and just really try to bring it to life how they needed it to be brought to life for them to resonate. And then, you know, if they still said no, then I'd be like, okay, great. Thanks for your time. But most people were able to kind of see how it was connected to their cause in some way. So.
Oh, definitely. So I'm looking at you, Lauren, and I'm like, dang, like that's amazing. Like that's so awesome. And I know that there's a lot of people, millennials especially, who they feel their purpose is to give back and they want to make that impact, but they're either scared to get started, they don't know how to get started, or they're like, I just can't do that. Like I'm not good enough to have those conversations. So talk to us about how you got that confidence to start. What was your mindset in it? And what advice would you have to someone who's like, I want to make a difference. I want to have an impact. I just don't know if it's for me.
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, a few phrases come to mind. God doesn't call the equipped, he equips the called. So I think a lot of times in life we get called to do something and we are not qualified. So I would definitely feel that about this campaign. And then, you know, Jordan Montgomery, he's a coach and speaker in Northwestern Mutual. And, you know, one of his things is, you know, build the plane while you fly it. I mean, you know, my favorite George S. Patton quote is, a violently executed plan is, you know, better done today than a perfect one in a week. Another phrase, instead of fake it till you make it, fake it till you become it. So I would say I
should be writing all these down and put them all over in my apartment.
Yeah, no, I have them up like everywhere. Like I have everything plastered. But so truly, I mean, I would encourage people, like, don't wait, just jump and you'll figure it out as you go. I think, you know, perfectionism or waiting till you're a certain age or you're a certain net worth, I mean, those are just lies and negative, you know, head trash that you just need to get out. And, you know, honestly, people, again, going back to just lead with your heart and your hustle, and people will want to be a part of what you have going on.
We might steal that as the name of this cast, by the way.
I know, I was gonna say, oh my gosh, if we take
We'll credit you in it.
Totally. Just give me a shout out, throw me some point work, you know?
For sure. So, Laura, I mean, both you girls know me well, that I'm very action oriented. I like to be led to, like, please tell me what to do that I can help now. So, Lauren, we gave you screen share. We'd love for you to maybe show us what website to go to. How do they go about making that change if they're not going to go campaign now or do any of that? But how can they help you by donating?
Absolutely. Well, I will just say, so this is a fundraising competition. The person who raises the most money wins at the end. That is it. Not a popularity contest. It is purely just freaking who raises the most money. So I need your dollars, 5, 10, 25, whatever you can and have the heart to give. I would be honored and thankful to have your gift. So I will go. It's super simple. So online giving is open through this Thursday, July 16th at midnight, and then it's shut off. So let me pull this up. I'm like the least technologically savvy millennial there ever was.
Definitely forced me to be better.
Okay, so here, let's see if I can make this happen.
You guys like my cup? It says the future is female.
Actually, I noticed that during it, and I was
see
like,
this?
I like that.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love this. And you got,
Okay.
is that your client?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
That's
that's
Danielle.
Danielle,
She's
right?
Lymphoma
Oh.
survivor. So as you guys can see, if you go on the desktop, you just literally click the donate now button. It is super easy. On your phone, this sidebar is not here. It's actually below. So if you're on your phone, you'll just have to scroll below this picture and you can just click donate right there.
Oh, got ya. And so the website is this right here?
Click donate. And then you'll literally it'll just walk you through, say exactly how much you want to give, see if your employer will match your donation. You know, if you want to give it in honor of somebody specific or in memory of them, please put that there. And then just put all your information in and rock and roll. Click donate.
I
now.
love that. I was donating on behalf of, I didn't know anybody with leukemia, but I actually had a friend that he was passionate about it. So I put it in honor of his name because I know he asked me every year to donate and he rides for it. So they would go to this specific page. Is that right, Lauren?
Yeah. And also if you want to learn more, I mean, watch my campaign video. I share the entire story of Danielle's story and why I'm doing this and everything.
This looks so professional.
Yeah,
did they set you up with this, or
well, I hired an amazing social media marketing guru to help me do this. So
awesome.
Well, it looks great.
Yes.
Thank you. And this, let me just draw y'all's attention. So I'm super, especially being in our line of work, mine and Tina's line of work, I want people to know the value that they are getting from their dollars, right? So literally this takes you $10 all the way through $50,000 of exactly what impact you are having with the amount that you give. So
I like that.
I think this
I
is
love
pretty
that.
powerful.
Did you create that too, or was that something that was a resource that was provided by the
So LLS kind of gave us like a ton of resources, and then we got to cut and splice them and put them, you know, design our page and everything how we wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
You look so cute in all your pictures too. I just have to say that. You look great.
I think that was,
Well,
one of
again,
your photography clients,
I love
right?
supporting female-owned businesses. Literally, this cross is a female business owner in town. I got my makeup done by a female business owner, hair done, female business owner took my pictures. So I love supporting women. I love supporting business owners. So it was fun to get to pull all this together through having women support women. So
Yeah, that's why we love working together, right, Lauren?
Absolutely.
I want to say thank you so much for sharing your passion and what you do for the leukemia. And so we're super excited for you on this last couple days stretch of it. And so Anna and I just want to say thank you again for joining us. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you for what y'all are doing too. I'm so excited to listen and watch the other interviews because I know that people's stories are powerful, and I love the way y'all are empowering people, and also you're creating a place for people to really share advice and take it in. And I feel like it's just going to be a win-win for everybody who's a part of it. So thank you.
Yes. So
well,
just
thank you for taking us off. We appreciate it.
I just wanted to recap the last 3 things, right, that they can do, which is, it sounds like lots of words of affirmation and regular like note cards by your desk to see like around your house, everywhere, helps you really get through tough times. Maybe connecting those thoughts with people as well that are suffering through the same things that made it really keep pushing through, as well as just reminding yourself this is for the greater good, not just yourself. And then faith. Did I get those right?
Yes.
Okay.
And just giving is the best medicine for pain and anxiety. I mean, one of my mentors always says that. He's like, his son died, and the first thing he did was go on a mission trip to serve people, because he was like, the best thing I can do to remedy my pain is to give and to help people. And so I truly feel like 2020, it is the ultimate trial of a year. And so the best way that people can make themselves feel better is by helping other people. So,
absolutely.
One final thing too, there is a virtual gala on Friday night. And if you text MWOYHOU 2020, I'm like,
and we will put the link below.
I was gonna say,
and then we're gonna put.
It is. Hold on, let me say this right. It's MWOYHOU 2020. If you text that to 76278, you'll get the Zoom details for the grand finale this Friday night, because it's virtual. And then also you'll get to bid on auction items, which 100% of the proceeds for the online auction this week all go to LLS. And if you bid on my items specifically, you can find those on my Facebook and Instagram. That goes to my grand total. So you're helping still give to my grand total by bidding on my auction item.
That's an awesome, so that if people they feel kind of weird giving money, they can give maybe something to you, then it could be donated, right? Like an auction item.
Awesome. Exactly. And I will say there's definitely some Houston ones, but for you Dallas people, there's a signed Des Bryant jersey. If there's any Aggies, there's a signed RC Slocum football. UT fans, there's a signed Darryl Royal autographed frame. We have golf for 4 with the legendary Aggie coach Jackie Sherrill. So we've got some good items.
Is there anything for the Wisconsin Green Bay Packers in there at all?
You know, I am calling Mike Sherman today to give because I love Mike Sherman, but no, there's not. But anyway, so check out my items. They're online. They're on all my social media pages. So if you want to get a win-win that way, you can do it.
Perfect. I love it. Well, thanks, girl. We appreciate you so much. Everything that you're doing, you know, coming on here and speaking to people, but then also just around the community and giving back. You are a rock star and definitely gave me a lot of motivation today. So thank you.
Y'all are so kind. Well, it was an honor to be here. And I knew you were from the Midwest because of your accent.
So bad. It's so bad.
That's funny. Side note, I grew up vacationing on Lake Michigan because my mom's from Chicago. So I love it. I love you Midwest people. So.
I think we're kind of nice. We're okay. We're decent.
I just like talking to her to hear her accent. But anyways, thank you guys. My name is Tina Hong.
Anna Ostrowski.
And Lauren Kane.
Beautiful. Thank you guys.
All right. Y'all have a great day. Go get them.
Bye. Bye.